Canada's fighter jet race has been one of the most controversial military competitions in the world. For years, the US F-35 seemed like the inevitable winner, but now, Sweden's Gripen E has re-entered the spotlight, bringing with it a shocking twist that could change Canada's defense future forever. Sweden offered Canada something unique, the Gripen E. This jet wasn't built for massive air bases or sunny skies, it was built for survival, on icy highways in remote forests, and under constant pressure from powerful neighbors. Sound familiar? That's exactly Canada's challenge in the Arctic. The Gripen E can operate from 500-meter highways, not just runways, be refueled and rearmed in 10 minutes by a small crew, handle extreme cold and limited infrastructure. In short, it's the fighter jet version of a survivalist, perfect for Canada's vast northern frontiers. This isn't luck, it's genius timing. NATO's expansion and Russia's Arctic moves have Canada rethinking defense. Saab's offer? No US tech restrictions. Sweden's new NATO membership makes this a friendly bid. Saab's pitching this as the safe choice amid global tensions. At its core is the General Electric F414G engine, producing 22,000 pounds of thrust. This gives the Gripen E the ability to supercruise, fly supersonic without afterburners, saving fuel while covering vast distances. In Canada's Arctic, where distances between bases are enormous, this efficiency could mean the difference between intercepting an intruder or missing the chance entirely. Here's where Sweden plays its boldest card: cost and independence. Gripen E costs about half to operate compared to the F-35. Canada wouldn't be dependent on US maintenance and software control. And Saab even offered local production and technology transfer, meaning Canadian jobs and know-how stay at home. For a country that values sovereignty, this was a huge selling point. But here's the shocking twist. Gripen E's return to Canada's race isn't just about planes, it's about geopolitics. The US wants Canada to fly the F-35 to keep NATO standardized. Russia doesn't want a nimble Arctic defender patrolling its doorstep. And countries like Brazil, Finland, and the Czech Republic already see Gripen as a cost-effective shield. Canada's choice of Gripen, it sends a powerful message that smaller nations can resist pressure and choose smarter defense solutions. Sweden's bold move has reignited Canada's fighter jet race. The Gripen E isn't just a jet, it's a statement that power, efficiency, and sovereignty matter more than flashy price tags. When you think about fighter jets, you picture massive budgets, billion-dollar programs, and names like the F-35, the Eurofighter, or Russia's Su-57. But here comes Sweden, a country known for IKEA and Volvo, building a jet that stands toe-to-toe with these giants. The Gripen E. For Canada, this became a real dilemma. Stick with America's expensive F-35 or choose the underdog that promised smarter, cheaper, and deadlier performance. And the shockwaves went far beyond Canada. Saab dropped the Gripen E like a bombshell. Why? 3 killer reasons. Suddenly the underdog became the disruptor. What exactly makes the Gripen E so shocking? Let's break it down. Don't let its sleek design fool you. This jet's a wolf in stealth clothing. Let's break down what terrifies rivals. At around $60 million per jet, the Gripen is nearly half the price of an F-35. Even more impressive, its operating cost is about $5,000, $7,000 per hour, compared to the F-35's $35,000. Gripen doesn't need massive air bases. It can take off from a straight stretch of road, refuel and rearm in 10 minutes and return to the skies. Unlike the F-35, Gripen can integrate weapons from any supplier, American, European, or even local Canadian tech. The Arexis EW system is one of the most advanced in the world. Instead of just hiding with stealth, Gripen can actively jam and blind enemy radars, turning the hunter into the hunted. In war, time is life. Gripen can be serviced by small teams, making it resilient even in harsh, remote Canadian conditions. This isn't just a fighter jet, it's a survival machine. In war games, it's slaughtered F-16S and Rafales, NATO's sweating bullets. Why do world powers fear this jet? Simple. It democratizes air supremacy. Suddenly, smaller nations like Brazil or the Czech Republic own jets that can outsmart the best. For the US and Russia, that's a nightmare. When Canada evaluated new jets, many experts believed Gripen E was the most logical choice. It fit Canada's Arctic needs, was cheaper to maintain, and would allow Canada to control its own technology. The shock? Even though Canada ultimately leaned toward the F-35 under political pressure, the Gripen's performance stunned analysts. Many openly said Gripen would have been the smarter buy, and that's where the humiliation lies. The so-called toy jet outshone the world's most expensive fighter in cold, hard calculations. It wasn't just Canada. Gripen E has been considered by Brazil, Finland, Switzerland, and India. Even where it didn't win, it forced competitors to slash prices and rethink strategies. Every time Gripen enters the competition, the giants get nervous, and that says everything. The Gripen E shocked Canada, and in doing so, it shocked the world. It showed that true power isn't about how much money you spend, it's about how cleverly you design, how efficiently you fight, and how long you can stay in the sky. For superpowers, that's terrifying, because the Gripen proves that brains can defeat brute force. It's a duel fought with radio waves, data links, and sophisticated jamming. The winner isn't always the fastest or most agile jet, but rather the one that controls the electromagnetic spectrum. This is the domain of electronic warfare, or EW, and it's here that the Gripen E truly punches above its weight. While stealth aircraft like the F-35 try to hide from radar, the Gripen E is designed to actively fight in the spectrum. It assumes it'll be detected and focuses on blinding, confusing, and outsmarting its opponents. At the heart of this capability is the Gripen E's Advanced Internal EW Suite, known as MFS-EW, or Multifunctional System Electronic Warfare. This isn't just a collection of radar warning receivers and jammers. It's a fully integrated digital system that uses a network of sophisticated sensors, AESA, or Active Electronically Scanned Array, gallium nitride transmitters. This allows the Gripen E to not only detect incoming radar signals with extreme precision, but to actively jam them with surgical accuracy. It can create phantom targets, disrupt enemy communications, and act as a powerful radar itself. The Gripen E's real weapon isn't missiles, it's artificial intelligence. Its AESA radar scans 300 kilometers while jamming enemy systems. But here's the kicker: network-centric warfare. In NATO exercises, Gripens shared real-time intel with warships and drones, creating a hive mind that confused F-35s. Stealth can't hide you when a swarm of cheap sensors paints your location, a technique known as soft-kill electronic attack. This AESA jammer technology is a significant force multiplier. Traditional jammers often broadcast powerful, noisy signals in all directions to overwhelm an enemy radar. The Gripen E's system, though, is far more subtle and intelligent. It can precisely direct narrow beams of jamming energy at multiple threats simultaneously, all while minimizing its own electronic signature. This allows it to disrupt an enemy's kill chain, the process of detecting, tracking, firing upon a target without giving away its exact position. It's the digital equivalent of a magician's misdirection, performed at the speed of light. In the Arctic Challenge exercise, Gripens used terrain masking to ambush F-16s at treetop level. Their EW suite tricked radars into seeing ghost jets, while the real Gripen slipped behind its prey. Even the Rafale, with its $100M plus tech, got killed in mock battles. How? Agility. The Gripen's Delta Canard design lets it turn tighter than any 5th-gen jet. Sometimes low-tech moves beat high-tech toys. A fighter jet's performance is not only measured in the sky but also on the ground. An aircraft that requires pristine 10,000-foot runways and a massive logistical footprint is a liability in a real-world conflict where air bases are the first targets. This is where the Gripen E's Swedish heritage shines. During the Cold War, Sweden's defense strategy centered on dispersal. The plan: operate not from large main bases but from scattered hidden road bases and austere airstrips. The Gripen was built for this. The Gripen E can take off and land on runways as short as 800 meters. Its airframe and landing gear are ruggedized for rough public roads, reinforced for military use. This is almost unique among modern fighters. F-35 Eurofighter. Both are tied to big, well-equipped bases. A squadron of Gripens can scatter to the four winds, becoming an elusive, unpredictable target. They can be refueled, rearmed, and turned around in minutes by small conscript teams with simple tools. This rapid turnaround is a core design feature. Saab engineers optimize the jet for austere maintenance. Key access panels are easy to reach without special ladders. The engine can be changed in the field in under an hour. A built-in auxiliary power unit lets the jet start without an external power cart. That means one Gripen can generate more sorties per day than more complex rivals. In a high-tempo conflict, quick turnarounds are life or death. This resilience makes the Gripen far more survivable in the opening hours of a conflict. In the world of military aviation, it buys you a single fighter jet. Sometimes it buys you even less than that. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II can cost north of $100 million per copy. The F-22 Raptor, a ghost from a bygone era of bottomless budgets, costs taxpayers a staggering amount. These jets are the apex predators of the sky. Stealth coatings, advanced sensors, enough computing power to run a small city. They represent the cutting edge of aerospace engineering. But this raises a critical question. Is the most expensive tool always the right tool for the job? Tightening defense budgets, rapidly evolving threats, pouring billions into small fleets of ultra-expensive jets is under scrutiny. You might have the best fighter, but only a handful. What happens if one is lost in combat or a training accident? The cost of attrition becomes astronomically high. This is the $100 million question planners are grappling with. Economics, strategy, technological reality. The problem goes far beyond purchase price. These jets come with a long, expensive logistical tail. The F-35 needs a global interconnected network, ODIN, to manage parts, diagnostics, and mission planning. Those dependencies can dwarf the sticker price over its lifetime. Complexity is a double-edged sword. It provides incredible capability, but it also creates incredible vulnerability. That dilemma opens the door for a different kind of fighter. The Saab Gripen E is more than just a clever piece of engineering. It represents a different way of thinking about air power in the 21st century. It is a direct challenge to the bigger, faster, more expensive paradigm that has dominated fighter development for decades. The Gripen E's success demonstrates that there is a vast and underserved market for a fighter that balances cutting-edge capability with economic reality. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the world of military aviation and strategy.